In 15 minutes, I will try to describe our vision and how we can help our customers to basically move the needle and implement AI at scale in production. Because I'm seeing a lot of companies now across the region in EMEA struggling with that, and struggling also to justify the budget to move AI into production. Okay, so basically some statistics. So up to we can say that in a PwC study recently, by 2030, PwC estimates that 14% of the GDP will be driven by AI. Specifically, we're talking about around $60 trillion, which is crazy. And also 90% of 400 executives were interviewed and surveyed, and basically they said that AI can really help them to grow. And this technology can help them to really reach the productivity they need and create new jobs. So interesting the way the executives see this. In Microsoft, really we strive to make sure that we democratize AI. As we democratize the usage of the personal computer in the 80s and bring in the personal computer in every home, in every school, and in every company, the same thing we want to do with AI. We want to make sure that AI can be used by everybody. So developers, citizen data scientists, professional data scientists, business executives, and the C-suite. Everybody needs to be able to benefit from this technology and really drive innovation faster. Say that, we want to give a really an holistic approach of AI. So it's really difficult to really move the needle for AI when you implement sporadic and individual use cases. So you really need to have the full picture and the big picture to be able to implement AI. And AI needs to be everywhere, in the processes, in the applications, and in the usage in the hands of the employees. That's a way to really infuse AI pretty much across the entire organization. And having an holistic view of AI means defining a strategy. And as you define the strategy, you really need to start executing against the strategy and start spreading the word within the organization, which means define the goals, the tactics, the vision, and provide this technology to all the employees. That's why I think it's very important for the organizations nowadays to build a center of excellence. That's one of the first steps that organizations should be doing in order to make it happen. And I think that in this regard, we came up with the AI Business School recently, which is an online training for executives, where basically all our customers, all our partners are talking about the way they manage to move the needle and move AI into production. So there are a lot of interviews where executives from companies like Telefonica, Vodafone, for instance, they will explain their experience with AI and with the Microsoft platform. I want to roll a video to give you an idea how the business school looks like. Oops. All right. How can I...
AI Business School empowers business leaders to lead with confidence in the age of AI.
I really encourage you to be open and curious about AI, about its impacts, about its possibilities.
AI Business School is a series designed to help organizations address the opportunities and challenges when adopting AI. Featuring perspectives from industry leaders successfully embracing AI.
Start small, so think in the use cases that are most important for your organization.
Talks on AI business value and practical guides to help you define your strategy.
AI can and will substantially improve our collective efficiencies on both supply and demand planning.
Learnings and insights from leaders who are driving and fostering an AI-ready culture.
Defining the clinical and business and technical success criteria up front is really paramount.
And an inside look at Microsoft's AI evolution.
We needed to build confidence in our leadership and our people that the adoption of these tools was going to actually make them better at their job.
And AI governance models.
How do we build and use AI systems that create a positive impact on individuals and society? These are the issues that are fundamental for organizations.
Designed to move at the speed of business, AI Business School is on demand, easy to consume, and available now. In the age of AI, how will you lead?
It's a very interesting training, and I encourage normally all my customers to go through it. It's free of charge, of course, and this will really help the customer to build a center of excellence, figure out who are the champs in the organization, and try to identify what are the use cases which are more relevant in terms of business impact and technical viability. So really a good training for that. So one of the things I discussed before was the way we approach AI in the organization by really infusing AI in every application, and that's something that we are doing with our products. If you think about Office 365, our business apps, Dynamics, Bing, Xbox, all of these technologies are basically using and leveraging AI and our researchers and data scientists. The same innovation that we bring in our application are also moved to the benefit of developers. So in the democratization of AI, we want to make sure that developers can become a kind of citizen data scientist. They really need to consume this technology easily and go to market quickly. Also, infusing AI in every business process is critical. Whether you basically strain to really increase operational efficiencies, or you want to drive new revenue streams, or come up with new products and services, it's important that AI is part of the process. And last but not least, also drive and foster innovation and collaboration among the employees. So the collaboration between human beings and machines is critical. And we need to take into account always the ethical aspect in this collaboration. We want to really bring together the best of both worlds. So the ingenuity and the creativity of the human beings, coupled with the probabilistic reasoning, for instance, and the pattern matching capabilities of AI. Together, we can do more. And of course, we have a plethora, a wide range of solutions in Microsoft around AI. So we can help the developers to really build custom models with our technology that really help the data scientists to move from experimentation all the way down to the operationalization of the models, which means really monitoring the quality and the accuracy of this model, take care of the life cycle of the model, and making sure that these models are adopted in production. So the telemetry of this model need to make sure that the users, the end user, can take advantage of this technology. We also have a very interesting new technology in the deep reinforcement learning space, where we basically use this technology to train models using simulations. This is particularly important in the autonomous vehicle space. And we have companies like Renault, for instance, or BMW or Daimler, who are now striving to come up with autonomous vehicles using our technology and really doing the training through simulations. You imagine the saving in costs when you really do train these vehicles using simulation instead of bringing cars on the streets, and then you reduce the incidents as well. And another important piece of technology we have in portfolio is our cognitive services. Our cognitive API are pre-built, pre-trained models that you can really consume easily and infuse in your application. This is something that really accelerates time to value and drive new experiences with your customers. Knowledge mining, it's also another important offering we have in portfolio. We want to bring some diligence in the chaos of information that is spread across the organization in silos, bring together all this information and capture knowledge and metadata from this information. And basically, this technology can help business users to ask the right business questions to the data in order to extract the right business context and drive new insights. And in the conversational AI, we have a variety of solutions like bots for Q&A, for simple Q&A things, all the way down to intelligent virtual assistant who can be deployed across channels and who can really help to have a seamless experience with the users with the multi-turn type of contextual conversation between humans and robots. I want to spend some time with Telefonica because it's one of the customers who really adopted the conversational AI at scale across 6 countries and serving more than 350 million users. Basically, this is a voice-enabled conversational AI technology platform which is used across all the channels from the pay-per-view TV, web apps, mobile apps to really help the customers to query and ask and inquire the organization. So I want to roll a video that shows and explains how they made it happen and the type of benefits they achieved. For instance, nowadays in the pay-per-view, the pay-TV channel of Telefonica, more than 2 million subscribers are using this, and 90% of these subscribers are saying that they love the technology and they would recommend it. So that's a new way to really talk to the users for this company. Let me roll this video.
As an engineer, I believe in constantly moving forward. I love that feeling of progress. I'm finding new ways to get there. So, how do you move a company forward? Telefonica has nearly 100 years of history.
Imagine being part of a team in which you can find data scientists, data engineers, you can find designers, linguists, researchers.
We connect millions of people every day with technology. We want to bring them into the future. With AI, the moment was right to find a new path. So we transform again. We have become data-driven. Okay, Aura. Our conversational AI, Aura, lets us put people first.
We are using artificial intelligence to change the way we are relating to customers. One of the reasons we began to use Microsoft technologies was because it offered an open framework.
It was very easy for all my development team to understand the tools.
We can very fast and very easy move into the use cases we want to develop for our customers.
Using tools like Azure Bot Service and Luis, we keep getting new insights and we are applying them into our core business. Microsoft AI was a key piece in our strategy because they have the tools, the platform, the full ecosystem that we needed. Today, technology is learning our language instead of the other way around. With Microsoft AI, we are forging new paths. This is what drives us as developers.
Interesting thing that Alonso, the CDO of Telefonica, did was, first of all, fixing the foundation, so breaking the knowledge silos in the organization. And indeed, they built one of the largest data lake among our customers, where they basically integrate, put the governance in place across data coming from different divisions. And now they are really in a position to harness insights, valuable insights from this data. And as they fixed the foundation, they started developing their use cases across prototypes and meeting very stringent deadlines and reduced cost in the development. So moving forward, one of the things I want to mention also is the fact that AI can transform both every industry and every process across every industries. In particular, we have seen an explosion of usage of AI in the healthcare across big companies in the pharma space. For instance, Roche or GSK are some of the companies who are now using our technology to accelerate the clinical trial to discover new drugs. So they're very busy now at finding new ways to cure the cancer. And we're very proud of helping them to be able to achieve and speed up the process of doing this training. And also in the manufacturing with the digital technology, an ocean of data is basically flowing into manufacturing companies through sensors and devices. And AI is really used to capture insight, to drive operational efficiencies, new experiences, and drive innovation faster. But one of the things, one of the customers I would like to mention in the manufacturing space is Buller. So Buller is one of the world leading food processing supplier of equipment, which is really striving to make sure that the food is safe for the humanity. So I'm very proud about this use case because I was directly involved. And what Buller does is very simple. They basically have this food processing equipment that is capable to figure out whether there is a toxic crop. So if you think about a big lot of crop, there are some of the grains within this lot that are containing toxins, for instance. Yeah. Aflatoxin is one of the most toxic, cancer-causing substance in the planet. And if you think about that, just 2 grains out of 10,000 can cause death to both human beings and animals, the thing is crazy. 1 minute, yeah. So I want to roll this last video of Buller that basically put in place this optical grain sorter, which is using high-resolution cameras and also ultraviolet lighting to really understand what are the hidden grains in the crop which are affected and contaminated and separate them. This is very important for countries with high regulation around food safety because this has an economic impact. If the food is affected, you need to write off completely the crop, the lot. While for other underdeveloped countries, the only thing that remains to do for these people is eating this food or starving. And this has several implications. So let me run the last video, and then I close off. 'Can you roll it?
70% of the world's water, 30% of the world's energy goes into the production.
Let me move forward, and I close off with the 6 principles with which we build our technology. So we really strive to meet these 6 principles when we build our solution. And in particular, so between security and privacy, because we really believe that privacy is a human right, and we really strive to make sure that our technology is compliant with all the standards and regulations, including GDPR. So privacy is very important for us. And we have the cloud, which has the biggest number of certification and standard compliance policies in the planet. Fairness, we need to make sure that this technology provides equal chances to everybody, including people with disabilities. If you think about that there are more than 1 billion people in the planet with disabilities, these people then they need to be able to achieve more by the usage of this technology. Reliability and safety, we need to build this technology and prevent this technology from harming a human being. And we need to do extensive testing and training and the BIOS, the training data set. Then inclusivity, transparency, and accountability. So one of the initiatives we are undertaking at the moment is AI for Good, where Microsoft invested $155 million over the next 5 years to basically help in 3 areas for the society. Accessibility, so really helping people with disabilities. Health, we want to really make sure that the planet is going to be more sustainable in the future, greener, and take into account biodiversity, water shortage, agriculture. Those are the aspects where we are investing massively, and also biodiversity. And last but not least, humanitarian actions. We want to really help people who are striving to make sure that the planet can recover from the disasters. And last but not least, in terms of accessibility, I'm proud because I'm part of this project. If you think about Seeing AI, which is an application that you can download using your iOS phone, this is an application that helps people with visual impairments. And one of the latest features that we introduced was very nice because you can tap into the touch screen, and the people with visual impairment can basically tap into a picture and that get a description of this picture with a technology, with a text-to-speech technology. For instance, you can recognize people, objects, and scenes. And also you can get, yeah, time over. Okay, thank you very much.